Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I was going to do the Kroger and JC ad review, and I went to go look at it again, and neither one of them will pull up. So I don't know what's going on. Digital coupons will pull up. This week's ad will pull up, but the preview ad that starts tomorrow will not. So I'm assuming it's going to show here in a little bit longer. It was showing at like 4:30 this morning, but it is not showing now. So I'm trying to remember some things. Now, I got up super early this morning and I started working on my container garden, got all of my containers where I wanted them, dumped my really awful smelling composted stuff from last fall, and everybody smells like hog poo right now. It smells like hog poo in my house because it's right there. So I did let the girls in to spread it a little bit and to work on it a little bit. I might let them back in there a little bit more today. Um, Lily is going to have a vet come out Friday and take a blood test to make sure she has no infection in that joint or whatever is pulled or strained. I called the vet yesterday and it is not, she should be up and about and she is just not. Um, I really wanted to bring her out yesterday, but she was having none of it. She was just in a cranky mood. I finally got her meds in her, um, but she's out of meds. So now she's going to have to start working a little bit harder or something. But anyway, vet's coming out Friday to take a blood test, and then we'll find out if she's got an internal infection somewhere in one of them joints. I don't know, but she's still not doing toe touches. And I even asked the receptionist, I was like, am I being overly concerned? And she put me on hold and talked to the vet. When she got back on the vet, she went, no, you are not. And I was like, good, because I am a helicopter mother hen, and all my dogs and my cat and my chickens and my goat. And guinea pigs. I'm mother hen. You know, they get everything they want plus. If they're hurt, I am on top of it as best I can be. If they're sick, I'm trying to help them. I mean, it's just what it is. But Lily really has me worried. I'm really worried, and I'm really disappointed because right now she could be out there in that big fenced-in area eating all of the new greens that she would ever want. So today I went out there and I cut her some honeysuckle and some maple limbs. She seemed to like the maple limbs pretty well, but I don't know if she's been eating on the honeysuckle or not. She's a little feisty this morning, but she still is very mad at me for making her move to the other side of the barn to get her fresh water. But you know what? She needs to get up. She needs to relieve herself. The other day, was it yesterday or day before, I went in and I sat in there and stood in there for like 20 minutes. I brushed her everywhere. Yesterday, she was just in such a bad mood. I would just give her treats and walk away because she was just being mean. I know she's frustrated, and I know being in that barn is frustrating, and with the chickens going in there to lay and all the noise they make, and then Tut goes in and talks to his. I know I would be fed up too, but she shouldn't be hurting my chickens. So anyway, 6 little roosters. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I really like the one that's tenacious, because I think that was number one. I think that was the first one that was hatched. Tut's down here. He hears me talking. He's coming over here to see what I'm doing. I really love Tut. Tut is the most amazing rooster. Once he got his butt kicked by Raw the last time, yeah, he hasn't went over that fence anymore towards him, and Raw has not come over. I don't think Raw actually provokes Tut. I think Tut provokes Raw. And so I think he's learning that, you've got plenty of girls up here, leave him alone. And the other day I was noticing Raw and his girls like that corner of the property where the fence is. And that's where Solomon likes to lay in the morning. Like at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll look out and he'll be laying out there on that little thing. He can see everything. He can see me. I can see him. So we kind of have that connection. But anyway, Ra and his girls were over there dust bathing, and I'm sure that really makes Solomon mad. But anyway, I noticed Tut was going towards that corner with some of his girls, and I hollered at him, and I was like, Tut, no. And he turned around and he flapped his wings and got his girls' attention, and they came back the other way. So hopefully that works for a while. I really don't want either one of those roosters hurt because Tut is a great protector. He is smart. He works with me. And if you've ever had a rooster that you work with, it's hard to get rid of them. Like, if I wanted, what I need to do is get a purebred rooster to breed some of these girls. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to snatch up some of these girls and put them in with any indigo roosters I may have. Indio roosters that may be hatching, which is so exciting, by the way. So anyway, Kroger and JC ads aren't coming up, so I'm going to tell you a few of the prices. Ground beef, $2.99 a pound. It is the 3-pound rolls, and you can get up to 5 of them. I will be doing this deal. Tyson chicken, buy one, get 2 free. I think, and I can't remember because if it was thighs, legs, wings, I don't know if it was breasts or not. Probably not, but it could be. I'm not sure. Red Baron pizzas on a weekly digital for $2.99. You can get up to 5 of those. Strawberries at JC is a good price, and blueberries at Kroger are a good price. So that's the split off of the fruit, and that's all I can remember. As soon as I can get that to pull up on the computer, I will do an ad review video. So be prepared because there are some great stock ups that buy 5 or more 99-cent products still going on. Great things to stock up on for 99 cents. Also, something you're going to want to start looking at are clearance spices and herbs. If you noticed, I went ahead and bought that cumin last week at JC. I will probably get another one of those if it is still there. Here's what you need to understand. Spices and herbs are normally import type items. Even though you may use McCormick or you may use Weber's, which there is a Weber's buy one, get one free that is expiring in 5 days, so I need to use that up. So I'm going to be looking at that first at JC tomorrow and Friday at Kroger. So spices and herbs are not from here. Even though you may use McCormick, an American or whatever company, they import their spices. So spices are going to go up. Okay. Olive oils that are from Italy. Look more towards Californian olive oils. Now, if it were me, I would be looking for more deals at Kroger and JC rather than Aldi and Walmart. I go to Aldi and Walmart maybe twice a year. So for me, that would be the day that I would go and say, okay, mushrooms are cheaper, vegetables are cheaper, whatever. But here's what else you can do is you can do Dollar General and Family Dollar, 5 off of 25s, and they normally have decent priced vegetables. Especially in the summertime, you're going to see some really good 3-4s or 2-4s for whatever. So they do come down about 67 cents. They might come down a little bit more, but if you use 5 off of 25 and use some coupons with some other products, you can really get some good deals at Dollar General and Family Dollar. Family Dollar does a 5 off of 25 on Saturdays as well. Okay. Family Dollar is not as coupon friendly. You will find people that are very, very good at Family Dollar. I forget about Family Dollar. I used to do Family Dollar, Dollar General, CVS, Walmart, Walgreens, Kroger, JC. I used to do all of those stores, but I don't need all of the way those deals run. If you've got a baby or if you've got teens that wear makeup, you've got a lot of teens that need personal care products, CVS is where you want to go because you're going to do makeup deals. You're going to end up with extra bucks and you can roll those deals over and get like shampoo, conditioner, and then the makeup deal. And then you're going to have extra bucks to roll over and you can really do some great deals at CVS. I don't have the patience for CVS anymore. Plus, I don't use that extra expense because I can't make a hope that the deals are going to work. Not only that, but I do not need personal care products. And you'll still see me picking up personal care products when I find them on sale, especially pads, baby wipes, not much makeup. I don't do that. I did go down to Big Lots and pick up a few things that were on their store closing sale for makeup, but other than that, not interested. Right now, you're going to be looking at winter clothing or accessories like hats, gloves, big socks, if they still have them in the store. Your long johns, you're going to be stocking up on those things. Now, I'm telling you, this year should be different for you. If you know you need extra long johns and extra thick socks or winter socks, or if you just want to start getting like the clearance pajamas and socks and things like that for your Christmas this year, what a great thing to do. But winter car scrapers, I don't know. I haven't been keeping a tab on Dollar General, so I don't know exactly how far they are with winter clearance. Um, but I do know that there is a clearance sale getting ready to start. I think in Amanda's, that's North Carolina. She said May 1st at her store, but she hadn't seen anyone else post it. I haven't been looking. I used to follow Dollar General like tooth and nail, and I probably will again because um, I never stop looking for the cheapest detergent, fabric softener, whatever, laundry, paper products, those things I never stop looking for. Those things I normally find at Dollar General. Now, I did do a 5 off of 25 this past Saturday, and I got a little tiny fan. It was normally $12. So I had two of the Airwick $4 off coupons that made them free. I had, oh my goodness, I don't know what all I did on that deal. I can't remember. But I ended up spending less on all of the products that I got than what the little fan was. I think it was like $11.92 after tax. I paid for the whole kit and caboodle, and it was still cheaper than the fan had I just walked up and bought it. So 5 off of 25s are really, really helpful, especially when you start clearancing on Saturdays at Dollar General. Now, sometimes you're going to want to go in on a different day because we have a lot of couponers out here, a lot of penny shoppers too. Oh my goodness, I used to penny shop. People say they don't have time for stuff. I used to make time. On Tuesday mornings, I would get everything set here in the house, all of the animals, all of everybody. I didn't have quite as many, but my chickens at that point in time, they were fine. I would go and do rounds. I would start wherever I was going to start was at 8 o'clock when the doors opened. I would go and do like huge rounds from sometimes Indiana, Ohio, back to Indiana, or I'd go deep into Indiana and come back around, come home, do a video, put everything away, get ready for work, and go work. There was one winter where I just absolutely did an amazing um, winter clothing, socks, things like that. Just fun penny shopping. But I am going to start doing a little more Family Dollar. I'm going to do a little bit more Dollar General, a little less of those things at Kroger that don't come down as well as I can get them at Dollar General. The only problem is sometimes it's the size. Like a 12-pound bag of dog food at Dollar General is the same amount as a 14 or 16-pound bag at Kroger. So sometimes you got to watch your sizes. That's the same way with the detergents. I would do CVS deals and they would have the very, very small detergents and I'd go to Kroger and I could get the same amount at the same deal with the same coupons and have a bigger product. So that's something to look at. But stocking up, stockpiling, um, being prepared. I think that we must be prepared. And if you need to go to Dollar General and Family Dollar on a Saturday to get all the fruits and vegetable or the canned vegetables that you need, fine. Go to Kroger the next day and do all of the fruit deals. Save some, eat some, but freeze some. I've been making the most incredible strawberry drinks with the old frozen strawberries I had in the freezer that I was going to make preserves with, which I don't need to. So I pulled all of those and I'm using all of those. I'm using the last of the blueberries. I'm making me some frozen drinks. I've been craving Dairy Queen or our dairy bars milkshakes, but the cup is like this big and it's almost $4. And it's like, what? I mean, I had it drank before I got out of town. That's how little it was, and it was almost $4. So I've been making the most delicious things here to combat that psychological summer spending. Fair food. Look at your frozen items that are at Kroger. Maybe go do your event, and then come home and do the fair food at home. The cheese sticks, the corn dogs, the onion rings, whatever fair food you like. Ice cream stuff at home. um, the cost out there is so expensive. And I'm not saying don't do business anywhere. Like if my daughter and granddaughter would come, we would go to the dairy bar and it would be fine because that would be an event. Now, if it were just me going up wanting to do like a drive through, like say I go up there to get a burger, fries, and a shake, and I spend $20 just on myself, that's absolutely insane. So looking for clearance, looking for reduced prices, do digital coupons, find the best deals. Don't forget Dollar General and Family Dollar Friday or Saturdays, 5 off of 25s, and do your canned vegetables that way. I don't know. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I need to go take a shower because I smell like hog poo, and it's because of my compost. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.